All right, so let's talk about which firearm charges disqualify you from time off your sentence. So, if you're in prison on firearm charges, there are some important distinctions you need to know to understand which charges are actually going to disqualify you from time off and which programs those are. So, first of all, everybody gets good time credit. That's an automatic 15% off your sentence, 54 days a year, as long as you behave. That comes right off the front. It doesn't matter what your charges are to get that. All right, so now let's go over the most common firearm charges and enhancements. First, there's 924C. This is possession of a firearm in furtherance of a violent crime or a substance trafficking crime. It's basically the worst one you can get. You're charged with this. You should really talk with your lawyer about the pros and cons of fighting it in court. And if you have one, you're not getting any time from RDAP or First Step Act, automatic disqualification. Next is 922G. 922G is possession of a firearm as a felon. This will disqualify you from getting the year off for RDAP, but not First Step Act. You will still earn the federal time credits from the First Step Act with a 922G. Next is a 2-point enhancement. So this is not a charge, but it's based on the characteristics of the offense. And the 2-point enhancement, if determined as such, is applied during the sentencing phase. If there was a firearm found in the residence connected to your offense or any residence or area searched by law enforcement during the investigation, the application of the 2-point enhancement by the judge is likely. This will disqualify you from getting the RDAP year off for completion, but your First Step Back credits will be just fine. So, if you paid attention to what I just said, you'll notice that anything that has to do with a firearm will disqualify you from getting the RDAP year off. Here's the thing, even the mention of a firearm in your pre-sentence investigation, if it was possessed by a co-defendant, for example, can disqualify you. So it's really important that your lawyer is very careful about disputing the language not pertaining to you in your pre-sentence investigation report to make sure that you can get the time in RDAP. First Step Act, of course, is much more forgiving. It's only the 924C that will specifically disqualify you because it's written that way in the law.